See, I told you that was quick. Hey, we are back. My guest is a powerful writer, author, having written several books about awakening to one's true nature. Books like Radical Happiness, Living in the Now, Getting Free have been the jump-off points for many non-believers. Her message is pure, concise, and filled with love. Please welcome Miss Gina Lake to the conversation. Welcome so much, Gina.
Hi there, Clark.
Wow, it is
nice
an
to be
honor
here.
to have such an accomplished author here on the show tonight.
Well, prolific is certainly true. I just can't seem to stop writing.
That's okay. We don't want you to. Ms. Lake, you had a spiritual awakening in 1999. First of all, could you share what the awakening was, and then how did you decipher that this was your destiny to help others?
Well, I've always been on a spiritual path, ever since I was an adult, really. There's been something in me that's been looking for meaning in life, for answers to the big questions. So I've really been on that path all my life. And for 15 years or so before I had that awakening in 1999, I was a serious meditator and meditated 1 to 2 hours a day for all of those years. I did a lot of healing work to try to clear my emotional stuff. I pursued all sorts of, spiritual technologies and understandings and books. I read so many books, got a master's degree in psychology, counseling psychology, and worked as a spiritual counselor and advisor for those 15 years. So that was my world, and but I reached a certain point right before 1999 when I had that awakening. I just really sensed that I needed to find a way to move out of the ego more, because I just felt that in a position as a spiritual counselor that I could do better work if I was less ego involved, and I could tell that I just really wasn't there as much as I'd been trying. In my meditation, I would meditate and I would experience that place of peace and equanimity and centeredness. And then after meditation, I'd go right back into being me and having my problems and worries and fears and all of that. And so that was my experience before awakening, that there was this going back and forth between what I knew to be true, the spiritual centeredness and peace that was possible, to back in this egoic struggle, striving, and all of that. And so it wasn't until 1999 when I met a particular teacher in the non-dual Advaita tradition that he told me a few things that just caused the pieces of the puzzle to fall into place. I just had some missing pieces, and then I had a realization. I realized the truth about who I am in a way that caused me to be able to integrate you could say the me that I experienced in meditation, the greater me, the higher self, the true self, with this personal self that struggled and strived. So a shift happened, and I realized that I wasn't that self that struggled and strove to be better and was never good enough. I realized I wasn't that person, and that I was that which I experienced in meditation. And, it was a realization on a very deep level, a shift of identity. It's almost like the sense of myself popped out of the sense of my small self as being the person who was unhappy and trying to be better. And it moved into this higher self, into this greater being that we all are. And we all are this greater being. There is only one being here, and this being is loving and kind and accepting and flows through life very easily. So this shift was very significant because it changed how I was in life. I was able to be the being that I was in meditation in my everyday life.